Hello, everybody. Welcome to Wednesday stream. I don't know why it's not showing chat, but we'll figure that out later, I guess. Let's move you up here. I don't know, I guess chat bubbles are not working. This is Get Fizzy by Sparks. I hope the rest of my chat works. Let's find out. I guess we'll all find out together. I should probably turn Echo off. Ba-da-ba-da, bum-ba-da-ba-da. Well, come on in, everybody. Oh, there goes my email. Welcome, welcome, everyone. How are y'all doing? Now, chat, if you don't work, why is chat not showing up? Hold on. My chat is missing. This is a problem. What is going on here? You all are missing. Did this get like removed? Where's my chat? My chat's gone. Okay, this is kind of weird.
Where is chat? Am sad.
That is a great question. Where is chat? I am also sad. Do I have old chat? Okay, I can put old chat here. I guess we're running with old chat today. That's okay. There we go. There we go. There you guys go. I guess new chat is currently broken, so we're gonna have to use old chat for the time being. But you know what? That's okay. We can deal with that. We can use old chat. It's fine. It's fine. We'll just move TTS. Yeah, you guys still have your food bowl, but let's welcome on in, everybody. Okay, let's get to welcoming in some people, shall we? Oh, we're gonna have the new version of our background music. Ready? We have our new ambient music. It's kind of loud, but hopefully not too loud for you guys. It seems like it's fine.
You thought it was me, TTS, but it was me, Dio.
Dio always ruining my streams. How dare you? How dare you? Let's tone that down just a little bit more. Okay, there we go. Now, let's start to welcome people in, shall we? Tyrio, Masked, Pilot, Potatoes Ahoy, Piero, Meta Knight, Cat God, Pexalt, Chris Squishy Snake, Melee, Cat God, Swody, Min Lombardi, Yanoxy, Sea Hero, Hoshi, Thornscale, Ren Plays, The Tired One.
Please, Father.
Welcome on in, everybody. Zatham, thank you so much for the super chat. My alerts at least had better work. Okay, the alerts are working. Chat wasn't working. Not sure what's going on there. Chat Chewer, welcome on in. Nancy, welcome on in. Unlucky Carp, welcome on in.
Father, help me.
You don't need help from me, trust me. You're doing just fine by yourself. You got food and everything even. Look, you're well fed, chat. No complaining today. No complaining today. By the way, head pats work again. It still shares a cooldown. I haven't fixed it yet. I haven't fixed the cooldown issue yet, but head pats do work today. They actually do work. See, it's not a lie. They work. They work. So, you know, we got that going for us. Teacher background is so new. It's been a while. Yes, this is brought to you by the lovely, lovely world of Etsy for like $4. So, yes. Hey man, Etsy's great. Etsy's great for that. But welcome on in, everyone, to what's going to be a very interesting stream, shall we say. Because this was spurred on a little bit by a conversation that we had on Discord yesterday, and a bunch of stuff from Twitter, and then just my own general rambling and musings, because you guys know me. When you get on to the topic of VTubing agencies, it's a very interesting topic. Holy clickbait, you're not necessarily wrong, Palazoic, but we are going to be talking about the majority of VTubing agencies. That I don't think the title is actually that clickbait. I think it's pretty true. I think the title is actually relatively true. Welcome on in, Emmer, by the way. So, I know the title's a little inflammatory. Didn't we cover this topic like 2 or 3 months ago? It was actually 5 months ago, Sea Hero. But we're coming at it from a different angle today. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this stream, is I wanted to talk about the other side of things and not necessarily focusing on the companies themselves, because we, like you said, we kind of already did. We kind of already covered the, some of the crappy companies and what they do, but I kind of wanted to try and come at it from a different angle this time, where instead of we're looking at the companies, we're looking at why people try to join companies and the kind of headspace that I think a lot of people get into that make these kind of really crappy companies look like actual options. So I don't know, I thought that this would be kind of a fun thought experiment stream. So that's what we're doing. Will this be a VOD? Yes, it will be a VOD. It'll be readily available for anyone to watch. Does this count for big agencies? No, Aho Girl. This is talking more like, so the caveat that I wanted to put in the stream.
Senpai.
Thank you. Fun stream. But the caveat I wanted to put in the title of the stream, but it was going to be really long and it wouldn't show up for anyone anyways, was going to be, this isn't counting like Hololive, Nijisanji, and Vshojo, stuff like that. I really want to know, do you remember me? Not really, Masked, unfortunately. Hey, welcome on in, Just Narrator. Wait, someone said something that I wanted to... What exactly do the commands do? Min Lombardi, if this is your first time with Chaos on, it can spin me around, you can use the TTS bot, you can rainbow stuff, and things like that. Do I stream on Twitch? No, not really. Yeah, so this is not really talking about the big 3 companies, I never tried joining a sketchy agency, but I have been scouted by a sketchy agency. I've also tried to be scouted by a sketchy agency as well. So I did turn on the cooldown a little bit higher today for VT Chaos, just letting you guys know, since this is going to be a little bit more heavy discussion stream. So just throwing that out there. But I kind of wanted to talk about why these pretty terrible agencies that I'm sure some of you have come across are even able to really entice people into joining them or attempting to join them. Because I think it's important that we diagnose the root of the problem, like why, because to me, I've always had the question of why do people want to join groups? That has always been a major pain point for me, because honestly, guys, most of the time, I don't really see why you would join a group, especially not one that's like really small. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, especially like, I wouldn't even join a group that I was running. Spill the tea, Raelice. I'm ready to be educated by Sensei. Don't worry, you will be. Like, I've got 40,000 subs now, almost. Probably tomorrow, by the way. That's cool. But like, I wouldn't even trust a company run by someone of my size. Because like, let's be real here. 40,000 subs in the grand scheme of things on YouTube is not, it's not a lot. It's really not a lot. It's a very, very tiny amount in the grand scheme of things. Groups are fine, I think, just not agencies. Well, groups and agencies kind of have some overlap. Joining a group is technically different than an agency. But like, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. the main reason why I wanted to talk about this is also because I think a big aspect of the reason why VTubing agencies are particular, like, I actually did a lot of research for this stream. I was really curious. I went around and I tried to find out if there were any other, like, big agency type stuff for, like, just regular streamers or regular YouTubers. And lo and behold, you know, all the ones you find are usually scams. Like, there's a couple reputable ones. Like, you know, if you join with 100 Thieves, that's a pretty reputable organization. TSM is another one. Like, there's a couple that are probably just fine. But for the most part, whenever anyone talks about joining a content group or a content creation whatever, it's usually a pretty scam. Like, pretty big scam. Came to say hi, I'll be listening to the stream tomorrow while I'm working. Hey, well, thanks for dropping by, Fernando. VTubing agencies are an option for people who can't afford a model and want a live 2D model no matter what. Exactly, Grass Goblin. That's kind of what we want to talk about. I want to talk about why people really are attracted to these VTubing agencies. And honestly, I think the reasons are mostly in the thumbnail of this stream today, which are as following. They are the promising you a free model, promising you sponsorships, and helping you with your own growth. Those are, like, honestly, those are all really enticing offers, right? Like, that's why people are attracted to these, is because, yeah, if you want to get into VTubing, models are expensive. You don't need a model to be successful. You can wait for a very long time to get a model. But, like, you don't need a model or anything expensive to get started, but it's really nice. You know, let's be real here. Doing stuff with a model can be easier than without one, but only specifically for streaming. I think that that's what people get so hung up on, and that's where it finally started to click for me, because so many people view VTubing in a light that is primarily focused on streams. Also, some of them said they will teach people how to stream. You're probably right. That is probably true. Can't you make your own model? You absolutely can. But usually when someone says that they can help you with your growth, it's, guys, I'm just going to be real here. Hey, thanks for the super chat, Zatham.
You can get a free ping from Crayon. It might be a little cursed, but I lost the
It's
game.
true. You can use an AI.
Sorry.
You can use an AI to generate a PNG. And you know what? Just so you know, I mean, you too could have a lovely PNG like Lucy here. Isn't she beautiful? Say hi to Lucy, chat. Say hi. I love jump scaring you with Lucy. I don't apologize. Hey, Professor Raelice, hope you're having a good day. I'm going to be chilling and listening
Father.
personally, but kudos to those who are putting their undivided attention on this stream. Hey, well, thanks for being here regardless. Nowadays, there are too many fake YouTube creator agency helping. They're always a scam, so you must start with an agency from zero to get sponsors and do duo with other creators. True. F that. Hey, you guys, Lucy is a beautiful member of our... Don't spray bottle me. Don't you spray bottle me, Nancy. We're just speaking truth out here. But yeah, the reason why I think so many VTuber agencies are so attractive is because people do really think that there's a lot of this money aspect that goes into VTubing. And I posted a forever long thread on Twitter earlier today, which, by the way, if you're not following me, you should follow me at the Raelice on Twitter. Just saying. Just saying. But one of the points I brought up in there, did you guys know that the first couple videos that I made from the lore series, well, actually most of them, are entirely done for free. Like, they are all made with free assets. Like, there's not any music in them. All the sound effects are free. I edited a couple of them in DaVinci Resolve just to prove that you could do it completely for free. And guess what? The first 10 videos that I did with that, using completely free stuff, my avatar doesn't even show up in them. Those did better than an entire year of my super expensive setup. So I think that's something that is really a hard hurdle to get over when people are thinking about streaming, is that they see the results of these YouTubers and VTubers who have been at it for a really long time. They have a really nice setup because, you know, they've been doing it for a long time. They have the money to make things a lot nicer. But you can make stuff for free and it be pretty good. Like, I'm personally an example of that, and I'm not the only one. There's lots of people who just make stuff using free assets all the time. And honestly, that's what everyone should do, because you learn skills by using free assets and programs that let you become a better content creator. They just do. Just letting you know I'm going to be lurking. Hey, no problems. Thanks for dropping by, Guado. Hey, welcome on in, Catadoodles. Hey, Onion, how you doing? So that's... Your models have all been free, but you've also made all yours. But I do, but like that's the, I think that's one of the main driving factors, especially for VTubing, is because it's kind of stated that everyone needs a model. It's not true, but that's very much the feeling that everyone has, is to be VTuber, you must have a model. Which, by the technical definition, yeah, sure, I guess that's technically true. But being a VTuber doesn't mean anything. Being a content creator is how you should be able to, like, that's what you should be focused on. VTubing should always be the thing that lets you do what you want. And if you can do the thing that you want without VTubing, just go do the thing that you want. That's my main hang up with the mindset that people get into when they're looking for agencies. It is priority even for mainstream idol groups. It's a little yes and no, Catadoodles. I would say it's just a different decision at that point. If I'm not able to monetize my channel because of Visa, how do I get returns to invest further in my setup? Well, so there's a lot of different ways to get returns for a setup. Returns can be experience. Returns can be knowledge about programs. Returns can be, like, in, you know, in a monetary sense, actual money. If you're always improving your content, you're always going to be getting something out of it, no matter what you do. Now, if you can't get money off of it because of Visa, that's a whole different can of worms that I don't know anything about, because I'm based in the US and I don't have those problems, so I can't really talk about those, unfortunately. But I've really been trying to focus on, like, how do you help someone who wants to join agencies? And how do I help you guys believe more in yourself, that you don't need these agencies? And more often than not, like, learning things yourself is the best way that you can grow. You don't need other people to push you along that path. You can do it yourself. That's kind of what our overarching theme for this stream is going to be, is trying to help people tackle, why are you looking for agencies that are probably ripping you off in the first place? And how do you avoid that temptation to join them and mostly just focus on yourself? Start with free software so you can learn the necessary skills and see if you enjoy content creation. Yep.
I am the green cat.
Who is the green cat? The green cat is EvilRae. He's our TTS bot. If you do !TTS, you can make him talk once every minute or so. What about existing audiences for agencies? It's much easier to grow from a viewer base of 5,000, 10,000 than starting from scratch and no viewers. In sort of, Nico, that's the other thing that I think we need to tackle here today. I think it's a trend just for content creation. People sometimes like to watch behind the scene or the fail compilation, as long as I think it's funny. So good expressive stuff doesn't guarantee success. That is true. That is true. So you say that starting off with an audience is easier. It's easier to grow from a viewer base of 5,000, 10,000 people, 15,000 people. That's just not true. In fact, all of Hololive, all of Nijisanji, every single one of them start off huge and then fade really quickly with numbers. Like if you look at the beginning of every single corporate VTuber ever, basically.
I have returned after making 2 more streamers lose the game.
Welcome back, Zatham. Welcome back. But if you look at the beginning of almost any streamer's career ever, especially if they put a lot of effort into their debut, like a lot of the corporate VTubers do, they have huge numbers to start with, and then it just goes downhill from there for anywhere from 1 to 6 months. That's like, here, let me see if I can actually pull. I don't think a Luna would have enough data to show you this yet, but Noctix might. Let me just do a quick scan here, because I want to show you guys what I'm talking about. Salome definitely crashed hard, but she was also like a pop sensation too. Okay, we're gonna use Sunny Briscoe because I love Sunny, great streamer. We're just gonna end up using him as our example for the day, just to show that joining a agency doesn't necessarily guarantee success here. And even if he is doing well now, it takes a long time for you to get into that mindset. So we're going to take a look at Sunny Briscoe.
Off topic, but just asking, can you just model a face and no body?
Yes, you can.
Does it work?
Yeah, it works. You can do that. So here's Sunny Briscoe. Here's his numbers, his views, and his sub counts. As you can see, it's been 6 months. I believe it's been exactly 6 months now since he debuted. And as you can see, it's a straight downward, pretty sharp downward turn until about 5 to 6 months in, he finally gets his footing as a creator and he's back on the upswing now. This is an almost identical graph for every member of Nijisanji, every member of Hololive ever. Like this is just a thing that happens. Now, the reason why I want to bring this up is that having that big start can be soul crushing. You don't really understand what it means to watch your following evaporate until you get back to a good leveling, like a good playing field, until it's happened to you. This is not just like a big bonus. Not just Carol. I'm at a disaster management, so for me, main pull getting into VTuber agencies, I was the idea that someone else can handle the promo and collab planning. That's probably true. Did our Lord and Savior Gura's curve look like that? Yeah, it actually does. Also, welcome on in, Mila. How you doing? It's like, just imagine going through that. I know it's hard. That like, it's hard to imagine because like you see all the big numbers, you see all the huge success. But this is not easy. And keep in mind, the people that are selected to start at the top, they were chosen from literal thousands of members. So like, to say that they couldn't handle it, like they were handpicked from literally thousands of people. Of course, they're going to be good. But like, you're not ready.
I might have to go at some point for my appointment, and it takes about an hour, so I might not come back.
Well, if we see a sad cloud. But that's the big thing. Like, this is why I don't think starting off huge is a net gain, because if you didn't already have the experience to deal with this is soul crushing. It's going to ruin you. And like, even someone who has like, let's say you have a bad debut and you have like a really scuffed debut, that's going to be a mental hurdle to get over as well. But this is slightly off topic. We're going to return to the actual point on hand here, shall we? I just wanted to bring that up because I take big issue with you get to start with a following. It comes with its own set of negatives that cannot be understated. So, like, I've gone through it twice now. I've hit a point where I was at, 100,000 views a day, and then I crashed down to 3,000 or 4,000.
Can you DM me, Lucy?
Maybe Zatham, maybe. But I've been to that point twice where I've had super fluctuating numbers, and the first time it happened, it destroyed me for like a month. That was a really hard mental place to get out of. So I can just tell you that from someone who is, I haven't even experienced their kind of numbers. Their kind of numbers are insane. Like, getting really big numbers and then crashing back down is so horrifying. It feels so bad. Even if you know it's coming, you're never really ready for it. You're just not ready for it. I just rewatched the should you join an agency video the other day. I stand by most of the points in that video still. And the other thing, to tie this back into our actual topic on hand, most of these mini agencies that I'm calling predatory or talking about, like the ones that I think are predatory, they don't really have that big of a following anyways. Those are the ones that I'm talking about. The ones that have like just slightly bigger followings than you, right? Because like when you're first starting out, you want to work with anybody who's even slightly bigger than you. It feels great. Like I get there. I get it. I've been there. I know how it feels. Trust me. But like when an agency comes to you and says, hey, we can help you grow, all we want to do is take some of your revenue that you're probably not even earning yet. It's just locking you into a bad deal. And so recognizing that things are going to take time. That's the first lesson I would say to try and help you avoid falling to predatory agency, is just learning that things take a lot of time. You are not going to make, like 99.9% of people are not going to make it in their first month, in their first year, in their first 2 years. I am legitimately, my channel is a statistical anomaly. Like I am an outlier. I should not have grown to the size I'm at in just 2 years. Welcome in, Benny and Life Rake. How you doing? Like, you have to recognize that it's going to take a lot of time, and that's the thing that I think really eats away at people, is you want success now because you see someone blow up. I'm like, you could see me blow up, and that would probably be pretty damaging mentally. If you see someone that you like all of a sudden blow up and you're also a streamer or content creator, it sucks, right? Like, you don't want to be envious. You want to just cheer on your friends. But like, at the end of the day, we're all human beings. It's like, you will experience jealousy. You will have hardships. You will have all those negative emotions, It's, you just gotta learn to deal with that, and having patience is what lets you do that, We're all human beings. Hey, look. I can empathize with humans. Don't judge me, Grass Goblin. I can empathize. Cats have feelings too. Don't you dare judge me. Well, that's the first lesson that I would say, is that recognizing that this is going to take time is the first method to help avoid these types of groups, because they want to prey off of your feelings for need of success. That's point number one. Point number two is anything that requires you to give up future revenue, which almost all of these
Off topic,
groups
but
do.
The window has a mind of its own.
The window does have a mind of its own. But point number two, I just want to bring up that like anything that locks you into a contract or tries to lock you into a contract is always something you should sit back, review, and think about multiple times. Because again, I know you want that instant gratification. I know you do. I want it too. But just give yourself time to process what that means for you. The number one way to find out what a VTubing agency, like someone asked earlier, what do you do to figure out something that's a scam? Hey, welcome on in, Tatsuo. How you doing? The number one way to determine if something's a scam, simply write out, like, what are you giving up and what are you getting in return? Just write it down. And the best part is, if there's promises like help you grow your stream, ask them, what does that mean? If they're actually an agency, they'll give you an answer that actually means something. Because honestly, that's like the easiest way.
But I think it is another skill you have to learn over time.
Thank you so much for the super chat, Hero. Patience is a virtue, but I think that's another skill you have to learn over time. Yeah, honestly, you're going to get burned a few times. Just being totally real here. But I think actually the best way, just thinking about it now, the best way to find out if something's a scam is just ask them questions about how they run things. Now, obviously, they're probably not going to tell you the very specific, day-to-day things. But if they can't answer all of your questions, why would you be comfortable working for them? That's honestly, if that's one thing you can take away from this stream, it's just anything you're confused about on any, upcoming collaborations, just ask them a question. And if they can't answer, that's like the biggest red flag, because there is nothing that will throw someone off more is for trying to answer a question they don't know the answer to. And if they can't help you grow, like if they can't explain what they did, then they're not going to be able to help you, period. if they don't have an answer ready, how are they going to help you? And Thorntail brings up another great point. It's like a lot of the time, the people who are running these agencies, I don't want to be elitist and say like you have to have a gigantic number attached to your brain. But again, like let's say that I was running an agency and I was running it completely legit. Your ceiling for how much help I could provide you would be the number attached to my name. If like I'm the biggest creator in an agency and I'm sitting at 40,000, that's probably as big as you could even remotely expect to get. That's like, it's such a small little detail, but I think it's very important. It's like you have to look at the group, and especially if it's a new group, guys, I think it's okay to not be in generation 1 of any group. That's something I want to put out there.
Almost 40k early, congratulations.
Thank you, Zatham. Woo! Thank you for the super chat. We are so close to 40k. We're only 26 subs away. By the way, if you're watching the stream and you haven't subbed, you should do that because we're only 26 away from 40,000. You could be here when we hit 40,000. That could be you. POV, you're here at 40,000. But yeah, I would personally recommend anyone avoiding a Gen 0 of any agency. Because unless the people who are joining are all big creators already, and like that's where it comes into more of like, if you're forming a group with already like-minded content creators, then it's kind of okay to look at that. Like, look at the other people who are joining, try and decide based off of that. Because like, if you're getting accepted into a wave and you have 0, like if you have 100 subscribers or 100 followers on something, guys, that's bad. That's really, really bad. That would worry the hell out of me. Like I would join I wouldn't join an agency where the biggest content creator on their team is the same size as me. Because obviously, why, thank you. Haha, getting all flustered now. Well, thank you. Thank you so much, LifeRae. But never join an agency that is accepting people that are like your same size, honestly. It just, because if they're your same size, you're all at the same learning level. How are you going to grow with people that are at your exact same level? That's really hard. Is it better to be an indie? I honestly do think so. I think most of the time's easy. You should join. You shouldn't join an agency. You should work on your own stuff. You should be your own streamer, because that's the only way you're going to really learn your skills. Like, you could learn them while working for an agency, but your time is going to be split between doing whatever that agency wants you to do because you've signed on with them, and actually learning how to do content. Like, I've made that mistake many times, even some more recently. Like, I've made mistakes working on projects when I really should just be working on making better videos and better streams. I set aside a bunch of time to do things that, you know, they ultimately might help the channel, but I should have spent more time like learning how to edit or doing these other things instead of wasting my time with some of my other projects that are just, they're not really going to pay off anytime soon. And like, if I joined an agency, if I joined an agency, there are some mistakes, I think. Anything can be a mistake. You just need to learn from it. But like, if I spent my time trying to also be in an agency, I just don't think I could have learned as much as I can. Now, here's where I would love to have someone who's in an agency right now. I'm going to message her soon and see if she'd be interested in joining the stream, because she's in an agency right now. And I would love to just chat with her about this on stream, because I think it'd be super, super interesting, because they would bring a perspective of someone inside a good agency. It's about, well, I've only heard good things about it. But that being said, it's still, it's just taking time away from stuff you could be working on. What's your opinion on Kawa Entertainment, the agency that Cozy Chew's a part of? I know she's in Cozy Chew, or I know she's in Kawa. I don't know what Kawa does. I legitimately don't. Like, all the things that they've done so far, and Cozy, don't hate me if you're watching this, but like, all the things they've done so far, from an outside perspective, it doesn't look like anything that special that you couldn't just do as an indie. If all they're doing for you is merch and that's all they're taking, then that's fine. At that point, it's a trade-off. It's like the same trade-off that Vshojo seems to make. Right? Is like, if the company, if like their portion is they're taking your merch rights and giving you a portion of that, and like that's how they make money, honestly, that's a trade I would make. If like an agent, if all that me being a part of an agency was them doing my merch for me so I didn't have to worry about it, that's pretty good. And honestly, I think that's what the best agencies do, is they take all the stuff that takes you away from creating and they take care of it. Like that's, in my opinion, when an agency is at its best, is it takes away all the dumb stuff that you don't want to do. Because trust me, there's a lot about YouTube that I just wish I had someone to do it for me. I really wish that I had someone to just do it for me. Like title and thumbnails. I wish I had someone who could do them better than I did. I wouldn't have to spend so much time worrying about them. Like, I wish I had an editor where I could like record the scripts and the stuff, and you know, they do stuff like that. Everyone wants a Raelice plushie. I also want a Raelice plushie. One day I want to make it happen. One day. Like, in my opinion, that's where agencies shine their best, is when they're taking care of all the stuff that is part of being a content creator, and they do it for you. So if Kawa's taking care of merch, that's great. That's wonderful. See, Trap brings up an excellent point. Not everyone can handle being their own boss. Being your own boss, guys, I'm just going to be real with you. It can really suck sometimes. It can really suck sometimes.
I like the swoosh of your cape. Also, Raelice plushie.
But like, if joining an agency lets you take off some of that load, that's wonderful. That's beautiful. And like I said, Kawa is one of the agencies that I feel like has one of the best reputations. So personally, my opinion of Kawa is pretty good. Kawa, Sundaria, those are the only two, and I guess Prism are the smaller agencies that I know of that I feel like are pretty good. Or at least I haven't heard too much bad about them. However, the 1.5 million others that exist, those are usually the scary ones that try and lock you into contracts of taking revenue and things, and, you know, they don't give you much in return. What did you miss for the past 42 minutes? We're talking about agencies and things like that. Oh, Kawaii Production, they seem to be pretty good too. They also seem to be pretty good. It's like there are good companies out there, but it's just most of them prey on your desire for success. And they don't offer you the things that the good ones do. They just don't. Like even Nijisanji, I'm pretty sure, has a higher revenue split than, like, they take probably more of your money than some of the other agencies, but it's a trade-off because if you actually do get into Nijisanji, yeah, there's that base level of clout. So like there are some trade-offs if you want to get into some of the bigger agencies that are, you know, have well-established audiences, but for everyone else, they look at the trade-offs that are being made for like Hololive and Nijisanji, and they're like, oh, we should do that. And it's like, well, no, you can't do the same thing that Hololive does. You don't have the clout that Hololive does. You're not going to be debuting to, you know, 50,000 people. That's just not going to happen. But that's where all these startup VTuber companies get their ideas, as they look at Hololive and Nijisanji and be like, oh, that's what we want to structure our, you know, how much we take from people. It's like, well, that doesn't make sense because you can't do that. Like, you can't make a judgment call based off of literally the 2-3 largest companies and expect that to work for regular people. At that point, it's just straight up predatory. Oh gosh, I get very heated about this, as you may or may not be able to tell. There are so many bad agencies, and it feels kind of slimy when they try and recruit you. Yeah, we've been trying to. How many times have we been, you know, tried to be recruited? Many, many times. What was there was one that what was it? It was like an aquatic themed group. And I was like, what part of cat mixes with an aquatic theme? I never understood that one. I'm like, guys, I'm cat. Cat's not going away. Cat is here to stay. Mermaid Ray, water cats. Hey, welcome on in, Kura. How you doing? I guess catfish. Maybe that's what I should get one someday, is a catfish model. Rayfish debut. Maybe one day. Who knows? Maybe my infinity gauntlet is just to have all the animals there, you know? But yeah, just, I know we got a little off topic talking about like the biggest VTubing companies, but honestly,
it's that you'd eat an archive fish, lol.
I would eat an archive fish. It's true. I haven't talked about Vshojo too much, Pilot, because Vshojo, like I said, Vshojo, Hololive, and Nijisanji, those aren't the predatory companies. Though they are not predators. They're not the ones who are just trying to get money out of poor saps. They're legit companies, you know? So we're talking about all the other ones that try and get you to sign on, and just, it's really depressing because they just prey off of your insecurity as a creator, which every creator ever has. Like, guys, you do this for any amount of time, some insecurity will make its way out, and it'll just punch you right in the gut. It's just gonna happen. And it's always enticing to join a group and to try and grow successful together. Like, it's always so enticing, but like, the list is probably the single most important part of deciding what is and isn't a scam. Because if they can't answer your questions and tell you how they're going to do things, then they don't know what they're doing. Like, straight up, that's the easiest way to just nip this in the bud. What is your opinion on Phase Connect? I haven't heard anything bad about Phase Connect. I know they exist, so I can't comment too much about that. One second, my model's about to freak out. There we go. Okay, we're back. If you try to be too professional, someone will end up asking you for $2,000 to license one song for a YouTube trailer. Yeah, that's probably happened before. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if that's happened before. That's actually kind of terrifying. I can't understand the mindset of people who willingly join companies that openly say that they're going to screw you over. Because, you know, Thornskill, here's an interesting way to look at this. It's hard. A lot of the time, it's hard to envision the future. It's hard to envision a future, like, especially if you've been struggling with content creation for so long. It's really hard to envision a future where you're actually successful. I think that's a pretty fair statement, honestly. It's hard to envision where you'll be in 5 years. You know? I think that's ultimately what hurts people the most, is they don't see where, like, how far you're gonna, like, how big you're gonna be in even just a year, right? They're counting.
The future can be scary.
The future can be scary. That's very true. And that's what they're preying off of, is that they don't know, like, you don't know what your own worth is until you've been doing things for a while. So you sign away your very small worth at the time for potentially slightly bigger worth down the road. Right? Like, that's... I didn't realize this was a stream. Is this just like an open discussion? Was there an original example? So I'll use an original example, the last DNZ. I'm not going to name the name because I don't want you guys looking them up. We've actually talked about them before. But there's an agency that, like... Man, they're so beautiful. But they're like, they want like 50% of your revenue. They want you to sign like a 3-year contract. They want you to do all this other stuff in exchange for them trying to find you sponsorships, them helping you grow as a content creator. Like 50% is really bad, but this company is especially bad. I have no problem mentioning their numbers because it's really bad. They use copyrighted material on their website, which is just wonderful. And like the thing is, though, is like, if you're just starting off, I'm not going to mention the name. I'm not going to mention the name. They don't deserve any more eyeballs on them. But like, if you're just starting off and you haven't been burned yet, like, they're like, oh, they'll take 50%, but they're going to get me a sponsorship, right? Like, that, I understand. I understand why that's alluring. I understand. Because, like, you're not making anything right now, right? Like, 50% of 0 is 0, right? So 50% of $100 is $50, which is $50 more than 0. Do they try scamming, or how do they advertise for you to join their agency, and then they have you sign a contract? And by signing this contract, that's how they get you. Now, most of the time, these contracts are so laughably bad that they're not actually enforceable. But let's be real. if you don't have experience with a contract and you sign it and someone says you signed the contract, I'll sue you if you don't follow it. That's really scary. Like, let's be real here. That is a very scary experience. If you sign a bad contract and they try to hold you to it, like, it's scary. It's genuinely scary. If you don't know what you're doing, like, the threat of someone holding you to a contract is usually enough to make people who don't know what they're doing stick with a really terrible company. Hi, Miles. Do they ask you to join with the current model, or do they give you a new model? A lot of these places advertise new models, which, by the way, sometimes the models you'll get are, let's just say there are a lot of good free models out there, and the ones that you get are probably not those good free models. Just saying. Because, let's be real, guys, starting a company and offering to give people models is expensive. Right? Like, it's just expensive. I couldn't start an agency. I couldn't afford to give like three people like decent models. If I was starting a company right now, and like, let's say that I used all the money that I currently have on YouTube to buy people models, they would be like really cheap, barely functioning models. I'm like, that's what I could afford. And this is coming from someone who is making some money off of YouTube. The people who aren't making money yet, imagine the type of model you're getting, right? Like, it's pretty bad. So you know what? There is an agency that actually surprised me. I'm still waiting until their debut to see what happens. But most of the time, these companies that promise you models that are like really bad Vroid models. And like, I'm not saying Vroid models are bad, because they can be really, really cool. But like, you know what a bad Vroid model looks like. We all know what the terrible, like, the person who was designing it didn't even try type of model. We all know what we're talking. Like, you would be getting a model painted by me. That is not going to look good. It's going to look terrible. I couldn't make models. I would make you like the most generic, like, all right, what are the presets? What colors can I change? All right, here's your model. Like, it terrible, right? That's what you would get from me. So like, the idea of getting up models is just, it's just unrealistic. Because like, the thing that everyone should think about, and I think about it a lot, is money. Like, an agency has to function as a company. Both they need to be making money, and the people working for them need to be making money. That's the nature of business. Is all sides need to be making money. Hi, Hati, how you doing? But like, it's that's the real problem. Is like, agencies target, dude, scummy agencies will target anyone who they can get to sign a contract, because they don't care. The people running those agencies that will sign you at 100 subs, they do not care. They genuinely don't care. Because if they can get you when you're small, if you make any amount of money, that's money that they now get a part of. They do not care what size you are. So, like Thorn said. So, Thorn, I'm going to use you as an example just because you're on here and we're friends, so I know it's okay. So, Thorn has, last time I checked, around like 500 subscribers on YouTube. I believe that's the number that you were at. Any agency that is trying to get Thorn to join at 500 subs is that why are they going for someone that small? Like, why would you go for anyone under 1,000 subs? Why would you go for anyone under like 2,000 subs? That means nothing. Like, guys, even if you have 1,000 subs, that doesn't mean you're monetized yet. Like, they go for these people because they might get big and they might get a piece of that money. But if they don't, it's no skin off their back. Because like I said, they probably gave you some cheap free model that they maybe made themselves or something like that. How do they do it? Do they send an email? Usually they advertise on Twitter. They'll be like, hey, you guys, we're holding auditions because VTubers love their auditions. I don't like every agency ever's like, we're holding auditions. Woo! It's a party. Oh my God. Everyone who wants to be a big VTuber like Hololive, you should come over here. We've got cool stuff. And it's like, no, you don't. You're just preying off of people's hopes and dreams. That's just, it infuriates me so much. Oh my gosh. I get so upset. I was like, it makes me so upset because I've known people who go for that. People from streams, people from Discord, friends who've tried to apply to these really scummy companies. And some of them have gotten in. And it's just, to like equate it to a real life, it's like trying to work for a music label, right? Like if you sign a contract with a music label or like a wannabe music label or something like that, chances are they're just taking a bunch of your money and not giving you anything, you know? They're just preying off your hopes and dreams, you know? Is Lunaria one of the groups you're talking about? I've actually never heard of Lunaria, surprisingly. Most of these crap agencies lure people into their discords where they can do their dirty deeds in secret, like a creep luring kids into a van with candy. It's true. It's true. YouTuber culture takes after idol culture more and more every day. I mean, that's where it really got its start, right? So is indie the only way to go? No, like there are reputable companies. Like if Kawa really does just do your merch for you, that's fine. That's just a trade-off. At that point, you're accepting that you won't make good money off of your merch or off of your merch because someone else is making it for you, but they're doing it for you. Like they're doing your merch, and that's a trade-off. It's like if you're keeping all your ad revenue and stuff and they're just making money off of your merch, but they're making really good merch for you, like that's kind of a win-win scenario in my case.
How would you recommend starting up a Vtuber agency, like a how to do video, starting up a Vtuber company, done right? I'm curious your advice, sensei.
Thank you for the super chat, Josh. How would you recommend starting up a VTuber agency, like how to do video, starting up a VTuber agency done right? See, that's the thing is, I don't know how to do one. That's why I won't do one. See you later, Ava. I see them Lunaria shared around VT Twitter, and they're like really small and sussy, and they even copied audition format. If they're a really small agency, that's usually a red flag. But see, that's the problem, Josh, is I couldn't make a video on how to do the agency right because ultimately I don't know. Like if I was to run an agency, I don't think I could also run a YouTube channel. I would be too busy trying to make sure that the people I'm now managing, because I have an agency and I'm the owner, is making sure that they're doing all right. Like giving them what advice I can. So like that's the problem is even if I had like 200,000 or 300,000 followers, I don't think I would feel comfortable starting an agency off of that. Because at that point, that's just me trying to teach people how to be a good streamer. Kawa staff here. Yeah, our talents don't pay anything for their merch unless they want to order more art than they have a budget for. In addition, they get a percentage on each sale. Oh, internet. Okay, see, like that's totally fine. Like that's why I've heard good things about Kawa, you know? Is like they're not one of the agencies that are on my radar of like, no, you shouldn't audition for them. So good to hear that clarification. So, you know, Kawa staff, just gonna throw that out there. Would you want to maybe pop on the stream? maybe talk about Kawa a little bit. I'd be very curious. Hey, you know, it doesn't hurt to ask, but that's really good to hear. Because, like, honestly, that's how I feel like agencies should be doing things. Is there's always a trade-off trying to get an agency to do something good for you, but they also need to be getting something out of it. So in this case,
come here, Kawa staff soon.
But in this case, you know, it's the merch, which honestly, that's the trade-off that I would make. Oh, I could, but our talent, Huni-kun, is debuting right now. Yeah, I hope that she has a great debut. I saw that Cozy was going to be raiding into them. So that's cool. I hope it goes well. I mean, it should. But thanks for dropping by. I enjoy that clarification. But yeah, that's just the thing. It's like, that's why the good agencies are kind of few and far between, and that's why people want to join them. Like I said, like Kawa's one. I've really only heard good things about Sundaria. Again, those are the two that I'm most familiar with, and I really only know about Kawa because I know Cozy. I'll just be straight up honest. That's why I know about Kawa. And I guess I did have another friend who applied for Kawa. So that's why I'm more familiar with Kawa, and I haven't heard anything bad about them. And honestly, my impression of them is that they just seem to do good things. So good job, Kawa. Keep it up. But you're not included in the predatory category. You're included in the good category. So glad to put you there. Sadly, you're very few and far between. For like VTuber agencies, is it preferred that they are at least in the same country as you? It seems like the contract stuff might get complicated for international agencies. I don't know. I don't think you could. That just sounds. I would be hesitant to work for a company that's in a different country. Just because you don't know how things are run over there, like wherever they are. It can be a little bit sketchy. Like, I'm not saying that the company is necessarily sketchy. But like, if you don't understand business laws from things over there, like, you don't really know what your protections are. Now, again, for the big companies, it's probably not a problem. Like, you know, I don't think Nijisanji is going to screw you. I also don't think Hololive is going to screw you. Or Vshojo, if that ever happened, right? Like, I don't think that they're going to have any problems with you. But, like, again, some Joe Schmo that has, you know, 1,000 followers and that's it, you know. It's sketchy. It's sketchy. It was nice getting to meet you, Raelice. I got a jet for the night. I look forward to joining more of your streams. Would love to see more discussion streams like this. Hey, that's kind of what we do here. So if this is what you like to see, you'll see it a lot. Have a good night. Somebody named after Lionheart King Milan from your tense who I met. I don't know what you just said, Josh. I'll be honest. Why don't you make like a validated VTuber agency list, or would that be legally problematic? I would never make a list like that, Zero, just because things can change on a dime. Like, agencies that look legitimate could explode like Vstars did. I don't know if any of you were around for the whole Vstars explosion, but that was a fun one to watch.
Raelice, are we going to do a 40K countdown tonight? Haha.
It's just asking for drama. Like, what's your opinion on the agency Walkdoor? I'm not as familiar with Walkdoor. I've heard the name, but I haven't looked into it as much. Vstars was a glorious explosion. I think I actually did a stream. Were they the original one that caught? Oh, I think they were the one that. Yeah, they were the one I did a stream about the last time. When we did the first VTubing agency stream, I think that they were the one that made me do it. Because they exploded spectacularly. They were so bad. They blamed their community for their bad numbers. Which, like, guys, if there's not a lot of you here, that's because I'm doing a bad job. That's not your fault. I couldn't believe that. Who blames their viewers for them doing bad? Like, come on. Who does that? That's just like, that's like the fastest way to kill any and all like goodwill you have with anybody. Like, oh my gosh, that was so beautiful. Like, I couldn't believe, like, saying that the reason why I'm having self-esteem issues is you guys. There's not enough of you in stream. How dare you not share this? How dare you don't give me super chats? How dare you don't become a member? Like, who the hell thinks that they get to be that entitled? Like, come on. Oh my gosh. They're a special, they'll hold a special place in my heart because they were the first one that like I really got invested in the drama in. It's just like, oh my God. No, Miles, no, I'm doing great. I'm not complaining. I was just saying it like, I was just playing it off like I was a character. I'm doing great. I'm having fun. But no, it's just amazing to me that like, that is the way that they like, that's how they went down. It just, oh, it's so crazy. Blaming everyone else for your own failings. And honestly, you know what is actually kind of funny? That could actually really tie into our whole VTubing agencies discussion. Because, like, just think about that. If you start doing less than optimal, they're going to complain about you. Like, they're going to get on your case and tell you to be better. And if they can't help you be better, that's just going to lead to a very, very, very terrible situation. Like, oh, it's just going to be bad. We should get Raelice to do a Warhammer 40k stream at 40k. No, that's not happening. We're not doing Warhammer 40k. What? Why 40? Why Warhammer 40k? What do you want from me? Oh my gosh, you people. You people. I don't own Warhammer 40k. What are you talking about? So do VTubers need to be part of an agency or can you be one without one? I'm not in an agency and I'm doing just fine. So who knows? Maybe I'm not opposed to joining one. There are legitimate reasons why I would join one. Like people taking care of my merch is a big one. I'm not gonna lie. Like that's actually a huge. I don't want to have to deal with my merch. If someone else can take care of that for me, that'd be awesome. Raelice joins Kawa. Maybe. Who knows? I know this is random, but I love your shorts of VTuber lores. Hey, thank you, Eager Felix. I appreciate that. I enjoy making them. But like, I don't know. I'm not ruling it out that I would never join one. But like, you know, I mean, that's why I teamed up with Catadoodles, is because Catadoodles did a great job with the merch, you know? And she did a wonderful job making, like, getting it all made. And I didn't have to do much of anything outside to prove it. That was a great relationship, which, by the way, the merch is linked into the, you know, we have merch, just saying, you know. Just saying, you know, I got to plug myself occasionally. I feel justified doing that every once in a while. Raelice Kawa arc. Who knows? Don't join a small agency by the end of the stream. He's joined Kawa. Can you imagine like the level of denial I'd be going through if in one single stream I went from talking about VTuber agencies, like basically just dropping on them, like just talking bad about most of them all the time, and then it's like, oh, by the way, I'm joining Kawa. What a tone shift. No, actually the best thing would be I would already no, just say I would be joining like a stream that's never been heard of, right? Or like an agency that no one here has heard of, right? Going through all 5 stages of grief in the beginning. I missed the beginning. If a company doesn't have talent, it's usually not worth it. Yeah, yeah. It's usually not worth it if they don't have a beginning wave, honestly. How did I get started? I spent a lot more money than I should have and then settled on a model that cost way less than the one that I started with and swapped to making mostly free stuff. And now we're here. This lovely background behind me costs like $4 on Etsy, just so you know. What things do I require to make a VTuber model? Usually a lot of art skills. That's usually what is required. How much is a Raelice model? Well, currently they're worth an infinite amount because the modeler doesn't make them anymore. So, you know. They're worth an infinite amount of money because you can only you can't get one anymore. They're limited edition. So I did recently try and reach out and say, hey, I tried to convince my old modeler to make another one for me, but sad day. She's, you know, she's still dealing with stuff. So sadly, Rae 2.0 will have to be made by someone else. But I am looking now. I'm starting to look at it. So. My anime Raelice edit. I forgot you put that there. Hey, look. Everything's here. Everything's here. How much is Raelice NFT? No. The day I get an NFT is the day that I hope you guys all stop watching me because I lose out on my credibility as a human being. Oh gosh, that's never happening. That is never
NFT
happening.
Sounds like a great idea.
No, I would only ever do one as like a meme. That's the only way I would do it. Is like just as a straight up meme. But even then, I just can't support NFTs, you know? So, you know. So I actually was approached by an NFT maker of VTuber models, which I thought was interesting. That was funny. Hey, welcome on in, Lee and Newbie. How you doing? Interesting idea to sell a live 2D model as an NFT, but that was fascinating. I was like, that's a really interesting idea, but it's still an NFT, so, you know, that's not happening. Sorry about my long message. My suggestion for starting a VTubing thing is to start small on the money until you find worthwhile and find it fun and drilling a lot just for chat and people interested. Yeah, if you want to just start VTubing, you should just do it because you want to and then figure it out. Oh, damn, I just found the twit longer. Yeah, if you want an interesting read, look up the Vstars twit longer. It's a beautiful lesson in how not to have a community, you know, respect you. Oh, a prime example of a bad agency. Gosh. Well, who knows? Maybe one day I will join, or I'll become EvilRae, and we'll have to go to this scene. The day that this becomes our regular stream is the day that I go evil. All right, chat isn't working on this. Hold on, we got to add chat back in here because for some reason the other chat isn't working right now. There we go. No, avoid posting the twit longer. We don't need to if people want to look it up, they can, but we don't need to bring it in here. There you go. We can go to here. What's my evil look? You're about to find out.
Evil? How can a cat as cute as you be evil?
You ask? How a cat as cute as I can be evil? You are too innocent, young mortals. You have no idea the horror you have unleashed upon this world. This is evil mode, Raelice, and you shall never be able to escape me once again. But we're cute and fuzzily, Raelice. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna go back to the library where it's nice and cozy. Back to the library where it's nice and cozy. Oh no, he's morbing.
Cringe bonk.
Cringe bonk? What are you talking about? That was an excellent evil laugh performance. How dare you? What is a Raelice but a miserable pile of lore? Hey, look. It's not a Raelice stream if we don't have at least one tangent. Ma, there's a weird cat outside. That's my current evils. I did find another one though that I want to use. Oh, I'm still echoing. Sorry, there's a little bit of evil still in there. We had to get the evil out.
We had to get the evil out.
I mean, wait, what? The library's missing some foam. Why would we want to escape a kitty cat? I mean, I don't know. Why would you want to escape? Show us your war face. I can show you my war face. Yeah. Oh, that was really quiet. That BGM had some serious Castlevania vibes. I love that BGM music. It's so good. All right, you know what? We need some cuteness to balance it out. You ready? There you go. The two sides of Raelice.
Meow.
Look, you can't have one without the other. Are you a cat that knocks vases off of shelves? Yes. Because they're on my bookshelf. Bum, 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 bum. Wow, I got so off topic there. I apologize. We're supposed to be talking about vtuber agencies, and then we kind of went out of our way to become evil and then cute again. So I guess we're back to talking about agencies, right? You know, just a classic Raelice tangent. Yeah, but we went off the rails again. I need to get like a graphic for that so I can just pop it up on stream when I'm going off. Oh, wait a second. Oh, hold on. This is big brain time. I'm gonna make an off the rails emote. Oh, that's what we're doing. Okay, we're gonna make an off the rails emote that you guys can spam.
Roses are red, violet or blue. If you demon don't leave this body, I'll let a mark on you.
Yo, Ray, have you ever been contacted by sus agencies? Yes, I have. The aquatic themed one is my favorite just because they saw a cat and they're like, yes, obviously cats go with water. No, they don't. They do not go with water. I don't know. I don't actually know much about VTuber small agencies. Usually the person who's running them has so here's the real problem with some of the smaller agencies, right? Is that the person behind them usually doesn't have they're not usually terrible. They're not usually a terrible person. They're really not. But they think that they can run a company like Hololive and have it not like negatively affect smaller VTubers. And that's kind of where the problems come in. And like, the problem is a lot of them are accidentally predatory, and then once they have any sort of amount of money that's coming in, they become like way worse. Because money just makes everything terrible. It just does. It makes everything terrible. You can be really good friends with someone and work with someone who's awesome, and then as soon as money's involved, like, it just goes downhill. Going off topic to make an off topic emote is the most Raelice thing. It's true. And so Eagle just said it right on the head. Like, a lot of the times the big problem is that they just don't think about the future. They look at what they should be doing now, or what they think they should be doing now, and that's what really hurts them. Is that they look at what Hololive is doing now and think that that's how you can start one. You can't start that, you know. I'm curious if VTubers aren't allowed to play certain games. Yeah, no, they can't. They have to get them all approved. They have to get them all approved. That's why at the bottom of every Nijisanji stream and every Hololive stream, you'll see this game is being streamed and monetized at the express approval of da 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 da. So that's why. That's why you see it. Can you get out of their contracts? Yes, you can. Because usually, that's the other funny thing, is their contracts are usually so terrible that they're non-enforceable. Like, they genuinely just are not an enforceable contract. But like, if you don't know contracts, if you've never experienced like reading contracts, you just don't know enough to get out of it. Like, to know that you can just take a step away from a bad situation and you're fine. Because most of the time these contracts are they're just terrible. I've seen a couple and it's like, wow, how does anyone sign this if they read it? That's the problem, is a lot of people just don't read it. That's where a lot of these problems come from. Does the copyright thing not affect indies at all? No, it does, and it should. It's just a lot of indies ignore it. And because you're so small, the realistic situation is the reason why so many people can get away with copyright infringement and stuff is because the company is not going to come after you until you've got money. That's just the honest to God truth. Is so many people look at that and think that, like, you can get away with it, because honestly you can, because you just don't make enough money for anyone to penalize you for it. That's just how it works, which kind of sucks, but that's why you see so much copyrighted stuff, is because, yeah, they can get away with it while they stay small. Should you hire a lawyer when looking at contracts for VTuber agencies? If you can't afford one, and like you're looking at, I wouldn't necessarily do it for like a super small agency, but I also just wouldn't recommend joining a really small agency. You just shouldn't. That's my honest opinion. But like, if you're joining like Nijisanji or Hololive, like if today Nijisanji was like, hey, we want to offer you a job, here's our contract. I would pay. I'd pay a lawyer to look at it.
If money makes things terrible,
Always
I'm definitely not terrible.
with contracts.
Thank you, Sombra, for the $2 super. Always beware the fine print with contract. It's so true. It's so true. So would being a Twitch partner be better? Read the Twitch partner agreement. There's a lot of stuff in there that a lot of people ignore for no real reason. But that could get them in trouble with Twitch and get them kicked off of Twitch. But you should just always read a contract all the time. The legal costs for the company will outweigh whatever an indie can typically pay. No, not to have... So guys, to have a lawyer just read a contract, yeah, it's a little expensive. But like, if I was joining a big name company like Hololive or Nijisanji or Vshojo or whatever, I would pay a lawyer to look it over. Because yeah, it might hurt for me to pay that kind of a fee right now. But like, it's one of those you're going to be getting stuff back from joining a company. The legal cost for oh, you mean about copyright infringement? Yeah. Companies aren't going to come after small indies for copyright infringement because the cost of the lawyer is way more than anything an indie is going to be able to pay. That's just straight up true. Yeah. Eager also brings up a good point. Always ask for copies of the contract you sign. You know, that's always important. So, I don't know. There's just a lot. There's a lot of stuff to consider when you're doing this. So, but honestly, the thing about all these like small companies that try and take stuff away from you is a lot of them aren't even trying to hide that they're doing bad stuff. If you just take several steps back, like look at everything they're offering, which again is usually a model, some opportunity to grow in sponsorships. Just look at the other members that are already in their group, right? Like, if growth is your primary concern, don't join an agency that only has someone who's just a little bit bigger than you. Just don't do that. If you're looking for sponsorships, watch the other members. Do they have any sponsorships? Has that been delivered upon? Is this a brand new company that you know nothing about? Maybe just pass on that one. Honestly, that's my honest opinion, is like, yes, you might miss out on being on the ground floor of an amazing company. It's true. But 9 times out of 10, probably 99 times out of 100, that like the brand new company is going to crash and burn. That's just kind of how businesses work. Do agencies often lie about what they offer? Oh yeah. Especially the small ones that are just trying to grab whoever they can. You know? Saying they're going to help you with sponsorships might just mean that they signed you up for a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship, which is really not that hard to get and is more dependent upon how many people you can get to download the app in the first place.
Hey, totally off topic, but did you eat your vegetables today?
I did. Yes. The amount of newer Niji EN members that have no idea what they're allowed to say, despite the older ones saying it openly, implies they haven't read the contract, and it makes me sad. They probably haven't, Pokemaster. How to spot a small agency? Look at their Twitter following. Look at any of their current members. Look at their YouTube following. Look at any social media. Guys, I'm just going to be straight with you. If you're joining a company that has less than 1,000 followers, like... That's like the absolute bare minimum. Personally, I just wouldn't even... I wouldn't look at anyone under 10,000, honestly. That's my own personal benchmark. It's just because, like, why would you try that? You can grow so much as an indie VTuber. You don't need to rely on someone else. Also, sorry if you guys hear the lawnmower going on in the background. Oh my gosh. Can you guys hear that? Is it? I feel like it's really loud. Because I swear my HOA is trying to ruin me. It's so freaking loud. Oh my gosh. I'm really surprised you guys can't hear it. I've always been scared that signing up for an agency that lets you be yourself basically means you sold them your avatar and name. That is the way how some of these places do it. Honestly, I think that's why I prefer the Nijisanji method of they give you a model. Yeah, they take it away when you don't work for them anymore, but they gave it to you in the first place. So it's like, it is what it is, I guess. Like they built you an image, they get to own it. I honestly don't really have a problem with that. And plus it gives you like a clean break from whatever your old persona was, right? Like if I joined Nijisanji, they probably wouldn't necessarily want people to know that I existed in the form that I do, because let's be real, I've done a lot of stuff about Nijisanji, right? People would have very strong opinions probably about some of the stuff I've said, especially since I've talked so much about getting into Nijisanji or other companies, right? They wouldn't want their image to be tainted by whatever I've already said, so they just give you a new model, and then they don't have to worry about it. What if the gap moe is too strong between the character they want you to play and who you really are? They probably wouldn't hire you if that's too big of an issue. Honestly. Like, there's good people working at Nijisanji. Like, let's be real. But let's be real. There's good people working at Nijisanji. They've picked out really great streamers, you know? They're good at doing it. So, they're not going to choose someone that they're not confident in, you know? Like, you're not going to get picked for Nijisanji if they don't think that you can't do it, right? Like, there is no reason why they wouldn't, like, why they would pick you if they didn't feel like you wouldn't be a success, right? It just wouldn't make sense on their end. Like, at all. So, that's true of most interviews. People don't just, especially agencies, they don't just bring you on. Well, I mean, bad agencies do. You know, the ones that were the title of the streamer about. Bad agencies do. But good agencies don't try and hire someone that they don't think will be successful. Because your success is their success. And that's really how you know an agency is doing good. Is like, if they root for your success and you're happy to help them succeed as well, that's the best possible situation. Hello, Echo Foxtrot. How are you doing? Fair enough. I'm just a little worried. I'll join a company and they're like, we love you and you're very cool, and then hand me a model that's a complete 180 for me as a person. That's probably just something that you'll have to accept as a possibility, if we're being totally honest here. Because, like, I'll be honest with you guys. If I joined a company, right, and they gave me, like, it could be a great model, but, like, there would be an adjustment period for you to accept this model as you. Well, like, it's also a job. Like, you are being paid to do a job. Like, that's one thing I always think is interesting about people who join or who look to join Nijisanji or Hololive. You're not just joining them to just be an awesome streamer and do whatever you want. No, you are joining them to make them money. Like, they will pay you well, but you are joining them to make them money and to spread their reach. Like, this is not, it's not just about you. It's about them. It's about the company. Right? Like, that's just how it is, you know? When you join anything, when you join any kind of group, any kind of corporation, any kind of agency, that is the trade-off you are making, is you're trading off creative freedom for stability in some way, shape, or form. That's how it works. That's why you do it, you know? It's the same way of working for a job, right? Like, why do you work for a customer service agency? Or, like, let's say you're a plumber, right? Like, why would you work for a company as a plumber, or why would you freelance? If you're a part of a big company, then, you know, they'll be sending you out on jobs, and some jobs you might not want to be doing. But, you know, if you're a freelancer, yeah, you can potentially make a lot more money, but there's also going to be a lot more hardship that comes with it. I do understand it's a job. You never know what they're going to do to you until after you get hired. You just have to accept that. That's one of the biggest mentalities I think you have to do when you're talking about VTubing agencies just in general, is you have to accept that you're there to play the character they want to give you. I do think that they gave you some sort of choice behind it, but that's, at the end of the day, you'll have to figure it out. Like, I'm sure that not everyone at Nijisanji has wanted to be the character that they are. I'm sure someone has done that, like, had that problem. But, you know, you eventually climatize to it. Do they allow people to try out the model? I don't know. I would assume so, probably. I became small because you guys made me small. But oh, this stream, man. Freaking VTuber agencies. I get so fired up about them because there's so many bad agencies out there. I hope Reverse isn't a scam. They said we as talents can design our model. That sounds... I don't know about that one, Chief. That one sounds kind of weird. If I join a company, I'd have to be as a monster or a non-humanoid model. I can't be generic guy 94357. Honestly, it's true. Like, that's why, like, I had to... Honestly, guys, if I was given an option to join Nijisanji, I would really only accept if I could stay as a cat or just be another type of cat. Or animal. I'd actually be okay with being another animal, too. But, like, I'm too attached to my current design philosophy, so... I mean, if you guys see a cat and I suspiciously stop uploading, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, you know. Well, all I'm saying is Nijisanji doesn't have a cat. They have a demon. They have a dog. They could have had a cat. Just saying. Just saying. Raelice just become someone like Debbie with a human form outfit reveal. I mean, I can always jump scare you. Ah, it's human form Ray. Ah, everybody run. Oops. Oh, double jump scare. Oh my gosh, it's freaking out. It's freaking out. It won't let me go back to cat. We broke it. There we go. There you go. Look, having a human form is helpful sometimes. It's helpful sometimes. Whenever I need someone to be a bad guy in one of the lore shorts, you know, it's nice to have human Ray around because he's usually the bad guy. Oh, I think that probably broke VT Chaos though. Did that break Chaos? It probably broke Chaos. It sort of broke. Head pats are broken, but the bot probably still works. I'm honestly considering making an animal plushie form of my model. Oh, interesting. I'd accept any form if I could get into Niji. I feel for the talents is probably an okay trade-off to let the company handle the design. Honestly, I think there's good things both ways. If I'm just being perfectly honest, I think there are trade-offs both ways. But like joining Nijisanji specifically, I feel like is in a different category than just like joining basically any other one. Body pillow win? Probably never. That's probably not on the cards. Probably because they used to get used to it, but then copyright by the game devs. Wait, what? I phrased the refresh thing weird. They said we'd work with artists to make a model, so in general, I guess we'd help. Well, I mean, I feel like most people have... I feel like most people have...
You can't evade it. We'll get your body pillow.
Oh, Lord. I mean, I guess having input from to your artist is a good thing, but I'm curious as to know how much input you would actually get. But we'll see. You'll draw the body pillow. Guys, we don't... Raelice is too pure to have a body pillow. How dare you? Well, that being said, if I did see someone with a body pillow of me, I would have to at least take a step back and be like, huh, well, that's a thing. There's non-lewd body pillows. I guess that's technically true. Okay, fine. That's true. That's true. I just hear body pillow and immediately assume lewd. Sensei getting a body pillow. You people. Imagine Nijisanji had enough of you, so they asked you to join just so you wouldn't tell all their dark secrets. Maybe. Raelice voice pack went. Would you guys even want a voice pack? Okay, can we talk about this? Can we talk about this for a second? Look, guys, voice packs, I don't understand them. I do not understand them.
Sensei mousepad win.
Sensei mousepad win. Guys, I don't know what would I do with a voice pack? I've never quite understood that. I know they're popular. I know Nijisanji loves them to death, but like, man, I don't know what to, what do you do? I don't know what to, I don't even know what to do with that. Like, the concept just doesn't, my brain like it just dies. I can't imagine it. An what is an oodaloid? What is that? Do I want to know what Utao is? I don't think I've heard of that. Stories and lore, just a suggestion. I mean, but that feels weird to like. Utao is like a Vocaloid, but for interesting. Just do Raelice chilling on the beach session. For the ASMR crowd. See, I don't know what I would do for a voice pack. Like, I don't really like the sound of my own voice. So I was like, what would I do with that? The only reason why I can stand my own voice is because I've heard it so much. Like, it's exposure therapy. I have listened to my voice so much that I just am used to it now. Just meow 12 times easy. Just do this. Just go. There you go. That's the sample of my new voice pack. Dropping tomorrow for how much are Nijisanji voice packs? Nijisanji voice packs. For 990 yen or 715 USD.
Taskaru.
Wait, really? That's like 7. What the freak? Oh, guys, my brain is hurting from this. Oh my gosh, my brain is hurting from this. You've done critical damage to the cat. Thanks for the super chat, Zatham.
40K now.
How close? We are... How close are we? We are 17 away. Man, there's a part of me that just wants to stream. There's a part of me that just wants to stream until we hit 40,000. But I don't know how long that will take. I don't know how long that will take. We could be here for a while. Should I just name... Should I change the stream name to Road to 40K? Oh, 16 now. Wait, should I do the stereotypical thing and put the counter in the corner? Is that what I should do? There you go. That's what we'll do. Plank until 40K. Guys, I'm not a very athletic cat. Hey, Sarah, thank you so much for joining the membership. I really appreciate it. Let's go! Thank you for becoming a full-time student. I appreciate it. Low-key, can I just say how much I love that sound that I make? That, like, I know people have said it sounds like a bird, but screw you. I love that sound. I love making that sound. I don't know why, but it's like the only sound that I'm like actually kind of good at. Karaoke stream win? I mean, the last karaoke stream we did for like, we did 11,000 meows. Can you imagine us doing that again?
Cat loving bird song cause it makes him hungry.
That's pretty good. All right, here's what we do. Here's what we do. All right, I'm gonna put the live counter on the stream. Cat's good. Cat's good. Good cats, I think. Hey, welcome on in. Coma Lantern. Okay, I think that's the right name. Oh, we're only 13 away now. $12 away. Okay, okay, I'm gonna put it up on the screen here. Just 1 second, 1 second. This is now officially a stream until 40K challenge, I guess. Let's see. Let's go ahead and add you here. We're gonna call you Countdown. We're going to. Oh, whoops. That's the wrong thing. Give us the energy. Display capture. No. I know OBS, I promise. Voice pack for birds? Oh, why is that so funny to me? Yes, spread the word. Whoa, hello. Say hi to yourselves, chat. Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing? Don't worry about it. There we go. All right, let's do this. Nope, wrong thing. I want the number to be big. Oh gosh. Oh no, what did I? Oh, don't click that. Okay, I almost ruined everything. We're fine. Now we can make it smaller. There we go. Okay, see now we get to have it in the top right hand corner. There we go. In the name of the Emperor, let all subscribe. Only 10 away. 10 away. Let's go. Road to 40K, baby. Honestly, do a voice pack that is just weird animals. Non-cat related. That's actually a hilarious idea. That's actually really, really funny. Watch the fans do what they did to Vox and unsub. See, don't worry. See, I knew the second I put it on the screen, people were going to unsub. That's just kind of what happens, you know. I don't know why, but you know, it just happens. But it's fine, it's fine. Don't worry, it's all the people that were looking at joining. It's all the small, you know, predatory VTuber agencies that were, you know, trying to join stream, they're the ones who unsubbed. There you go. That's the lore behind why people are unsubbing. Okay, I'll change the title of the stream.
Is good for digital merch.
There you go. I changed the title of the stream. Streaming until 40K. There you go. There you go. People are just pranking the cat. They'll sub back later. Please don't ever do NFTs. I will never do NFTs. No. That I will make that pledge to you right now. I will never do NFTs. That is never going to happen. Because that's just something I can't believe in, you know? I can't believe in a company that it just feels scummy to me. I couldn't do it. Mostly because, believe it or not, I used to be into the crypto sphere and then got out of it. Because, yeah, it was pretty bad. Now we'll just tease you to keep streaming? No. Look, just... It's going to take at least another hour,
now
probably.
We'll just tease to keep you streaming.
But thank you for the super chat, Zatham. I do have to have a somewhat hard limit. So, I can't just keep going. We'll just keep talking about, you know... We'll just keep talking about agencies, you know, and how fun stuff shenanigans there. Maybe I should talk about some of the really hilariously bad agencies that I've seen that are like so bad I don't think anyone would ever click on them because they're like it's a special amount that's just like terrible. Nice furry kitten. I am a furry kitten. I would prefer the term fluffy kitten. Thank you very much. Like, so there, I was a crypto bro way back when.
Take back VTCHAOS cooldown for the 40K.
Okay, if we hit 40K, I will turn off the cooldown for a couple minutes. There you go. That's my that is my commitment. I will turn off the cooldown if we hit 40K. But yeah, I used to be a crypto bro, which I'm a little ashamed of. I was never like into the scams. I was one of the crypto bros who got into it because I thought Ethereum was the coolest thing on the planet. I drank the Kool-Aid, man. I was deep into Ethereum. I made a decent amount of money off of it too before I got out of it. But like I kind of came to my senses. It was like, wait a second. What am I doing? So I got out before I got burned, thankfully. And I kind of wisened up and was like, wait a second. This is not good. We need to not do this. So I got out. I got out. Thankfully. But, you know, it was a little bit of a stressful time in my life. Because the crazy thing about being a crypto bro is you are so uncertain that it's scary. Like it feels so scary. You're always constantly worrying about the state of the market. Like you're always worrying about this and that. And it's a really bad mental space to be in, you know? Wow. Hello, number. No! So close. So close. Don't worry. We're in the trolling stage where everyone wants to be the, you know, number 40,000. But it's okay. So yeah, I was into crypto. This is like 5 or 6 years ago now, maybe 7 even. When did Ethereum really become big? It was like I joined it like pretty early on. I bought into Ethereum when it was like $10. That's like how early I was. And then I got out when it was like 400. But I lost a lot of money in trading and stuff too. So it sounds like I would have made a lot, but I didn't make that. I didn't make like a terribly high amount. Yo! I screenshotted it. No one control me. I have the screenshot. Let's go! I have the screenshot. All right, a deal's a deal. We hit 40,000, baby. Let's go. Cooldown is officially off. Go wild. You officially earned it.
Mew.
Thank you so much for the support, guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I did not think I was going to hit 40K today, but thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations.
It's all thanks to you guys, you know. No, I'm not allowed to get sappy right now. I can feel it. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Let's go. Ah, what a milestone. That's so insane to me. Did chaos break? Oh, guys, I think chaos. Oh, there we go.
What happened?
Okay, it just froze up for a little bit.
Now let's take over the world.
Time to take over the world.
Chocolate.
I also crave
another
chocolate.
40K.
Here is to another 40K, indeed.
My name Jeff.
Oh, we did it.
Solid 40K. Aren't you glad you stayed online?
I am glad that I stayed online.
While I was gone?
We have 40K
Meow
while you were gone.
Kitty. Meow. Mew mew. Raelice, congratulations for the 40K. It's so poggers. Exclamation mark. Get sappy if you want. We love y'all. Give me wet food. I demand it.
It's reading off all of them.
Get a cake in your next stream.
Get a cake in my next stream.
Bring Lucy with us for the 40K.
All right, hold on. We got to get Lucy in here.
Or else. Exclamation mark.
Lucy scare.
Suzaku, I command you to spin. Time for celebration stream. No cooldown, limited time. Get on it, people. Oh, congrats.
There you
Party
go.
_ popper.
There, Lucy is now with us in spirit. Thank you so much for the super chat, MS. Thank you. Oh gosh, it's so long. You know what? You know what, guys?
This is your
I think
brain, and this is your brain on drugs.
This is my brain on drugs. All right, you ready for this? You ready for this? I guess you guys could say that this is
Lisa's hand in marriage.
Huggers moment.
Congratulations, well deserved.
I bet you weren't ready for that one. Kura, thank you for becoming a member. Thank you so much.
We whoa. Hey. PURKEZ nuts. Exclamation mark. Lucy be my wife. Congrats, Cat
Lucy
Sensei.
be my wife.
Please, Lucy, no, I won't be able to sleep. So much happened while I was gone.
Lucy is as much a part of the stream as everyone else
Sensei
is.
is best.
Thank you. Oh, what a way to cap a stream.
Stream until 41K now?
Stream until 41K?
Wasn't Lucy the octopus one? What happened to that one?
Oh my gosh.
Lucy is worse than EvilRae.
Lucy's beautiful.
Party.
How dare you?
Next milestone, do a voice pack with just weird animals not cat related.
The next voice pack, huh?
I wonder how TTS
I don't know. I might have to
Raelice.
figure out.
I would like to get Lucy to join my VTuber agency.
Well, you know, I might be able to talk to Lucy.
Did I just see human Raelice in the window? Damn. Flushed _face. He kinda good looking.
Chad Meow Pack
You
Digital
thought it was
Goods.
the 40K, but it is MEDO. Lucy is best.
Lucy is best. Thank you everyone for 40K.
Makura, let's go. I half expected TTS to say it like Raelice.
True. Oh my gosh, thank you guys so much.
Sorry, Lucy, we all appreciate your creepiness.
Darn
Raelice
right.
is cutest of kitties.
Darn right.
Thank you for all the content.
Oh, thank you so much
Yes,
everyone for
very.
joining one hell of a stream.
Sellout Chan Wen, I would like to sell out my services.
Sell out
See?
Shen.
I'm half there already. No,
Hey, look.
Raelice, thank you.
One day Raelice
Purr,
Clouds.
mew, meow, mew,
She
purr.
will be our sellout model.
I get hungry jacks while this is happening, everything this very confusing RN.
I
You
don't know,
really
man.
are
I'm kind of
inspiring
disappointed.
for
Kind
many
of
of
disappointed
us.
by what? So much I mean, I promised I would turn off the cooldown if we hit 40K. So, you know, we have to keep our promises around here. We have to keep our promises. But that being said, I do think it would be kind of fun. Actually, can we do this? I want to send the love along. I want to see something. I want to see something.
Thank you for all the happiness you bring us. You did well. Keep it up. By the way, TTS has no more food. Keep up good work.
Thank you so much. It means a lot when you guys say that.
Womp womp.
Womp womp. Alright, I want to see something. Oh, their stream's already over. Oh, never mind. I was going to send you to another person's stream, but they're already finished streaming. No! I was going to pass the love along. Oh, sad day. But they're already done. Sad day. Give us food. Okay, I will give you your food. I will give you your food. Even during a hard time I've been going through, watching these have been inspiring
Father,
and definitely
please
made a lot of my
release me
days
from
better.
the basement.
Thank you,
Lucy
thank
is looking
you.
at me
I'm glad that
funny.
they've made you
Save me,
feel better.
Father. Please help. Oh God, she's getting closer. Give us food. Dad's crazy.
Oh my gosh, I will give you guys
and it is
food.
Totally deserved.
You
Thank you
people.
for being a funny and cute kitten. I asked for Sprite, not clown juice. Honk honk. We gave you sub, now pay us food. Imagine
Oh,
if
gosh.
Nijisanji members started using VT Chaos. Imagine Pomu's stream with VT Chaos.
Dude, VT Chaos couldn't handle
Wet
Pomu's stream.
food. Wet food.
I'm actually surprised it even
Where's
handles
our
this
food,
many people.
Father? Get
Like-
cake next stream.
Do you know what? Tell you what, I will get
We're
a cake
hungry,
ready for
Father.
you. I will give you a cake next stream. How does that sound? I will give you your
Give
cake
us
next
food
stream.
and water.
Oh my
Give
gosh,
me nuggets.
you people. You people and your food. You're so hungry.
Calling Raelice a kitten gives Discord mod vibes. I got Sprite from Hungry Jacks, but they gave me
Oh,
clown
it's so
juice
true.
Insta-wad. What do I do with it? Pod
Let's see.
cake.
There you go. There's your food. There's your food back. I will give you your cake next stream. We will have a celebratory cake. But I think that that's probably a great place to end stream. Because you know what? We did. What a way to end things, you know? Yeah, chat is down bad for just food. What do you guys... You guys want food? What is this? What is this nonsense? Ending on a high note. Exactly. Thank you so much, guys. Like, I know I don't say this. Well, actually, I probably do say a lot. But it really does mean a lot to me that you guys show up to these streams and we just get to hang out. Because, you know, it's nice when you do something creative and, you know, you guys... God damn it. I didn't turn it off, it just broke. But, you know, it means a lot. It really does. And I can't keep talking or else I'm going to get really sappy. Oh, gosh. Just thank you a lot. it's not an understatement to say that you guys are life changing, and the fact that you're just here to celebrate with me it's really special, and I really appreciate it. No, I get too sappy when I get sappy. Look, guys, Sensei is a big old crybaby. Believe it or not, Sensei is a big old crybaby. Look, why, hello there, Cozy. We were talking about Kawa earlier. I was actually going to try and raid into the new debut, but she ended stream already. So we can't do that now. So I'm a little sad. I was going to do it, but I can't now. So it's not for lack of trying. It's not for lack of trying.
Final for the month. Congrats on 40k. See you in September.
Don't worry. It was good, Cozy. It was good. It was good things about Kawa. Ray is joining Kawa. That's what chat wants to believe. But that's not what's happening. But yeah, I don't know. Just thank you guys. You're joining during the sappy 40k celebration. You know? Oh, we're at 40,003 now. Let's go. Woo! Just thank you so much. I do want to send you guys on to someone that I know. I'm really curious if I'm allowed to, or if they've got it set up so that I can actually raid them. Let's find out. Let's find out, everyone. Nope. Okay. They don't have it. So I can't raid them. That's so sad. Yeah, well, every time I try and raid people, they won't let me raid them. What is this? People need to fix their settings so that I can raid them. They don't let me do it. I just want to pass on the good vibes. And they're like, no, we're not going to let you raid our channel. But I'm like, but I want to. Come on, man. I'm just here to pass along good vibes. But oh well. Will you make a fluffy cheeks mousepad? Maybe someday in the future. That'd be kind of fun. Do I have any other friends who are streaming right now? No. That day. All right, I'm just gonna send you over to them. Tell them I said hi or whatever. Just, I don't know, go watch them. They're cool people. I'm gonna send you over to Ellen Booster, who's playing Cuphead with Justo. Go say hi to them. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for being part of this special moment for me, or with me, and I really, really appreciate it. So wherever you are in the world, I hope you have a good morning, afternoon, or evening. And I will see you all soon. But for now, class is dismissed. Bye-bye!